Hello everybody, welcome to this overview of Civilization 6 for the Nintendo Switch, and in today's video we're just gonna go on and have a look at the key features, and we're gonna see if hot seating's there. I'm also gonna give some very initial reactions, some kind of 1 o'clock in the morning reactions when you know you should be in bed, that kind of thing. So yeah, the big question, is hot seat there? No. It's not there. We've only got local network. If you go on the PC version of the game, on here we have online, when you look on the PC version, it's online multiplayer. We knew we weren't getting that for Switch. Local network, we knew we were getting that for Switch. And hot seat, but it's not there. So I'm guessing it's not there. I've also had a good look in the multiplayer, in the single player tab, and it doesn't look like it's there. So I'll talk a bit more about that in another video, but it's a little bit of a blur for me. I want to keep this one short, but yeah, it should be there in my opinion. It'd have been a very good feature for this game. And if I'm wrong, and if it is hiding somewhere, that for some reason they've put it in a hidey bit, I don't know, please do let me know in the comments, and I will pin your comment and die of embarrassment. But yes, okay. So what we have actually is what we're going to look at, because I want to be positive. I'm still very positive about this game. I've enjoyed the little bit of game time I have played. So we're going to jump into single player straight away. We're not going to play a game in this video, we're just kind of looking at things. Right, so we go single player, and then you've got obviously the usual options. You can resume a game, so that just picks up from your last saved game. You can load a game, so you can load any game. Play now just chucks you into a game, I think. Scenarios are the ones we already knew we were getting in the DLC. So we've got Conquest of Alexander, which is quite a fun one, I have to admit. Jadwiga's Legacy, I've never played that one, so maybe that's something to try. Outback Tycoon, quite an interesting one for Australia. And you can obviously, in all these by the way, you can pick different civilizations that you can't pick in the normal game. And then we have Vikings, Traders and Raiders, and you just pick your favourite Viking. That's actually pretty cool. I sort of want to play that one. So we've got Norway, Denmark and Sweden, but we're not playing it now. Also, you can change your difficulty obviously there. I always thought you could play as Persia on the Alexander one. I'm probably wrong. I know you could definitely play as Alexander, but apparently not Persia. Right, so we'll go off that then. So they're the scenarios. What I always do when I jump into a game, and for people that are new to Civilization 6, I know some of you will be on the Switch, is always go create a game, because then you've got more... what's the word? You can personalise your game more. You've got options to change it. Oh, good. Cyrus is there. I was worried for a second. Cyrus wasn't there, but he is. So you can choose your rules. Conquest of Alexander. You can choose them rules. I'll always go standard, and then you've got all them from the scenarios. Sorry. So when you're picking a leader, what you need to do is you need to scroll across. Now, at first, I found this really weird, I have to admit, because I'm so used to having the mouse and things. But after a little while, you get used to the Joy-Con, so it's not so difficult to scroll across and pick between your leaders. In the little video I did, the little gameplay video I did, I chose Spain. I don't know why, I just fancied it. And obviously tomorrow, I don't know yet. There's a few in contention, so make sure you keep letting me know what you want the playthrough to be on down in the comments of this video, and obviously the video I released earlier. You can also go random leader, but all the leaders are here that were meant to be here. So all the kind of base game ones, and also Alexander, Cyrus, who else do we have? That's DLC. John Curtin. The Aztecs were sort of DLC right at the beginning of Civilization 6, but that's not important. Yeah, we've got all of them there as well. Victoria's on her own. Poor Victoria. We all feel sorry for her. Every leader has their own kind of... so every leader has their own traits as leader, and also nation bonuses, so leader bonuses and nation bonuses, things like that, unique buildings and things like that. So every leader's got them. It's all the same as the PC version. When we scroll down, you can pick what game difficulty you want to play on, and they're all the same. Game speed, again, you can even pick online game speed, which feels like a bit of a slap in the face, but oh well. Yeah, I'll probably go standard for the playthrough. I won't be going on Immortal. I'm a bit rusty. Map size. This was some. Sorry, map type. Yeah, all the map types are there. I think Pangea. Four-leaf clover. Is the Earth map there? Yes, the Earth map is there. And also the true start location map is there. And someone asked me that in the comments earlier. So there you go. There's the answer to that question, my friend. We'll go continents. we're not going to launch a game. And choose map size. Now this is quite interesting. It goes small, standard, large, huge, and dual. We don't have kind of huge is the biggest you can do. I can't. I think you can do bigger than that on the PC. I can't remember. So if we go to the advanced setup, I think huge is actually quite a lot. It looks like you can have some really big maps on this game. A lot bigger than I thought you could. Wow, yeah, you can have loads of civs in a game. I thought we'd be limited to about 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's more than 8 there. Because I don't think you're going to be wanting to play on an absolutely huge map, because I think the Switch will struggle to deal with it in late game, but we'll see, obviously. So here on this customizable screen, you can choose your rule set again. We've been through all them. You can choose how many city states you have in, which is nice. You can actually toggle that on the Switch version as well. You can do it on the PC version, but it's one of them little things I'm glad they've carried over. Map size, map thingy. Resources, so you can choose abundant, lots of resources, random or sparse or just normal is what I always go with. World age, old, things like that. Start position standard, temperature standard, and then they'll just control kind of the look of the map. And you can also save your configurations, which is pretty sweet. I'm glad you can do that. The only thing I can think of, you can also choose your victory conditions here and your game options. So no duplicate leaders, no barbarians, no teams, no tribal villages, team share visibility. Well, there's no teams. And there's your game seed and there's your map random seed. So if you ever want to kind of know what your map seed is, there it is, and you can get your map back. Play it as a different civ. Yeah, so we've been through them. The only thing I could think of with Hot Seat, if it's just hiding, it'd be up there with the players. Now I have tried kind of going through this, and I don't think you can add another human player. You can add another AI player, but I don't think you can add a human player. And if you want to just restore default, you press Y. If I am wrong on the hot seat, please do let me know. It is important. I don't think I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it'd just be in the multiplayer section, but it's not there. Anyway, we've had a look at multiplayer. No hot seat, just local network. Game options allows you... I've not actually looked at this. So these are just what you can actually look at in the game, actually. So when you launch up a game, you can just go on options, and this is what it brings up. So I tend to have quick combat enabled. It just makes it so you don't see the animation of the fighting. But if you're a new player, I definitely recommend having it on, because the animations are quite good. And they will get a bit boring after a while, but yeah, they're pretty good for new players. Quick movement, I definitely recommend having that on. But again, if you're a new player, maybe keep it disabled for a little while. Auto end turn, I wouldn't have that on. City range attack, turn blocking... I'd just leave that. Advisor, I've gone new to Civilization Switch, but obviously you can personalise that. Are you new to Civilization 6? Are you new to Civilization series? Or are you just new to the game on the Switch? Turns between autosave, again, pretty self-explanatory. Number of autosaves kept, pretty explanatory. Time of the day, who cares? I'm quite happy you can have the animated time of the day, and I think we saw this in a screenshot a while ago, so it's nice there. I've not turned it off though, because I just want the game to run I just want the game to run properly. Camera movement, I've just left them at medium for now. I might change them later depending on how I feel. So then we can go on to audio. Everything's on max, and the interface. You can just pick, yeah, it's pretty obvious. Show intro video, yes. Clock format, blah blah blah. The only thing they don't have on here, which they have in the game, is the kind of things to turn on the yield icons. There we go. So it shows you kind of what brings in hammers and things, and you can turn them on in the game. It's in the options, which was annoying and confusing at first, but I found it. So you can turn the yield icons on, which is pretty sweet. What we have here is quite interesting. So we have the downloadable content. I don't want to talk about this massively, but you can disable downloadable content, which I find quite interesting. We only have the DLC. We only have the DLC here, which we have got on the base game. But I find it quite interesting you could disable it, because I don't know why you'd want to disable all of this. Because a lot of it doesn't really affect the game. So, and if you go on advanced setup, you can just bypass civilizations like Poland and things like that if you don't want them in. So maybe they're prepping for something bigger. I don't know. Rise and Fall still ambitious, but maybe that's interesting. But you can disable them. We do know on the DLC front we are getting the Kema, Indonesia, and Nubia. So Sorry, so go watch my video on that. I felt proper like a spy when I found that on the Nintendo website. It's probably still there though. I felt like the guy that first saw Yoshi's new game was Yoshi's Crafted World. Yeah. And then we also have the tutorial and the credits. Now, I think this video has already gone on for a bit longer than I wanted it to, so I'm going to very briefly talk about how the game feels, and I've put the controller down because it doesn't feel, if you're coming from a PC background, you will not, in my opinion, find it easy to adapt straight away. It's a pretty quick adapting process, but it does feel weird to begin with playing it, and also the game does feel a little bit clunkier than what we've got on the PC. And obviously the graphics aren't as good. Oh, by the way, on graphics, my capture card seems to be playing up, and it doesn't. I don't know if the visuals are bothering you with the capture card, please do let me know because I'm considering buying a new one. But anyway, that's nothing about Civ 6 Switch. So obviously the game, it just feels maybe 10% off the PC version. Something like that from my initial thoughts. The controls are okay, but moving units around feels a bit clunky at first, but when you get used to it, it'll probably be fine. Overall, I'm happy with it. I think we have to take it from the context of where it's from. So yes, it is a PC game, and it should run better on the PC. It should feel freer on the PC than on the Switch, and it does. That's not a bad thing for the Switch. It's still a very good game for the Switch. So if we're looking at it just from the Switch, I'm happy with it. I don't want to say too much more on it now because, like I said, this video is long enough. Anyway, I've got to edit it, upload it. Yeah, God, I'm going to be asleep play. And also, I've not played enough of the game to give a really good impression of it. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you so much for your time today. Please do remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Civilization 6 content. Go and check out my Alternate Leaders series if you like history, things like that. I've played through Civ games before on the channel, but mainly now we cover Civ 6, we've been covering Spyro, we cover a lot of Nintendo Switch news, and we will be going into next year covering lots of Nintendo Switch games, news, things like that. And obviously, we cover an awful lot of Civilization. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Feel free to share this with a friend and comment below what you think Civilization 6 Switch so far, and also who do you want me to do my playthrough as. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.